Hey guys, this is Cam. Oh, hold on, let me turn up the intake. There we go. Hello! Hey guys, it's Cam. This is a video for my subscribers. If you aren't subscribed to me, stop watching the video. If you decide that you want to keep watching the video, then just subscribe. Okay, so what is this video? This is, I'm just going to chat with you guys. Try to keep it short, but I just got to tell you some things. Basically, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing this year. And keep in mind that a lot of what I'm going to say is stuff that pertains to the entire year. So it's not necessarily stuff that will come immediately, but stuff that will come in 2020. So I guess you could say this is an announcements video. I actually recorded this video, like, this is my 5th time, I believe. And the reason why isn't because the recording was bad. Most of it was scripted, though. I'm not scripted now just because I didn't say anything wrong. There wasn't any problem with it, but it was just like I was announcing things that I didn't really feel good about. Like, I didn't really feel passionate about everything I was announcing. Like, honestly, I have so many ideas of what I could do, and I have people requesting so many things, and it's like I want to do the things that I am most passionate about. So I've decided to cut everything out. Okay, so I might briefly mention some of the things that I'm not gonna do. And why don't we get that out of the way right now? So you guys know I made a video about me reacting to the nanite demo of Unreal Engine 5. I should probably change the thumbnail of that so it's not Christmas looking, but that aside, some people are wondering if because of that I'm gonna start making Unreal Engine content. And the answer is, I don't know yet. Okay, look, so here's the thing. I myself don't know Unreal Engine yet. Okay, I've learned some Unity. I made a game in Unity. I used C#. I'm not that good at programming, so I'm not gonna teach you guys scripting, probably, at least for now. I might include some basic scripting if it's really relevant, but no promises. I don't know. I might facilitate the learning for scripting though. I might work with some scripters in the future. I've actually tried to work with some scripters before, but most of them don't have the... Because I'm saying this, I better not say any names, but some of the people I've considered working with don't have the fortitude to be consistent with creating content. So I'm not quite sure when I'll be able to announce scripting content. It would obviously be off of my channel. But as for Unreal Engine, I'm not planning on doing that immediately or anytime soon, but it is definitely in the radar. So maybe sometime. I don't know about soon, but definitely sometime. There's just a lot of tutorials I need to make first. Like, I really need to make a basic series for Roblox Studio. I really need to make Blender videos because that's something I've been really wanting to make. And here's the thing. I haven't made as much content as I wanted to just because I've been going through a lot in my life, and I feel like YouTube is helping me, like, becoming a YouTuber is helping me transcend a lot of my challenges, because I have to, like, it's actually a really good gauge for me because making videos is not necessarily taxing on me. It's really fun, although it's daunting. And I don't make videos when I'm not doing well. If I'm having trouble with my life, I'm probably not making videos. And if you see a huge space between videos, it's probably because I'm having a rough time. But that being said, my trend is that I'm getting better, and I'm working on keeping it sustainable. I'm working on eliminating video editing things that are just over optimizations and not necessary to oh boy, this video is almost 5 minutes long. You know what, you guys are gonna have to deal with a long video. of me just talking. I'll probably put some gameplay footage in here. But I really just want to be able to talk to you guys and say some things. And I have a lot of important announcements I want to make. Even though I trimmed it down so much, like what I'm doing this year. I cut out so many things so I could just do, like, focus on what I was passionate about. But making these videos is really fun for me, and especially interacting with you guys, reading your comments, having you guys message me, seeing you guys in my server, my Discord server, although strangely there hasn't been too much activity there. I mean, people join and then they leave and then they don't talk. I'm like, guys, if you join my server, talk. We want to hear from you. And ignore the people who are posting stupid memes and stuff. Just like talk about game development, because that's why the server's there. I mean, you can have fun too, but that's pretty much all people do right now. So go to Roblox Master Builders and bring actual intelligent conversation there, please. And please be bold. Just start the conversation and don't be afraid of if people don't respond immediately. Like keep in mind that a lot of people read messages in servers that don't reply. So like if there's interesting conversation repeatedly, the interesting people will start to talk. Okay, so that's my spiel about. Actually, I have more to say about R&B in a minute, but first I just want to note about the series I started with my 200 sub special. Maybe it was a mistake making the first installment in that series the 200 sub special, because I don't know how many non-subscribers are going to watch that, but I am planning on finishing that house. And that will be available on my Patreon. You can actually download it. As far as having every step of the building process, I won't do that for this model just because I didn't save backups of the previous versions. But I actually am planning to continue to do that, to save steps of each build so that you can, that's another way it can be helpful is for you to be able to open up the builds in different forms. So that house, I'm going to complete some exterior details and just have some basic interior furnishings and basically make it a basic livable house. Basically, I might pull some furniture from the toolbox. Yeah, I don't want to do that just because I'm giving the model. What I might do is just give the model with only the assets I built, and then you can put what you want in it. I can build couches, that's fine. I can build furniture. But honestly, I'll probably keep a lot of the furniture and other assets I make to put into other builds. And just because it doesn't matter when you join my Patreon, you're going to get all the models. I just hope that people join and stay joined, because it's only $3 a month to get the models. So, and then once more people get on my Patreon, that will give me more confidence to be able to spend more time on this, because I'm currently making no money from it. In fact, I've invested a lot into it to get gear and whatnot, and plus time. Currently, I work from home as a video editor, so I do so much video editing every day, and it's just like those jobs can take a lot out of me. It's that those jobs are taxing. When I'm making my videos, they're not taxing, but it gets taxing when I don't have enough energy left at the end of the day to make my videos. So I'm hoping I don't have to do as much of that work once I get an income coming in from Patreon. And I also, actually this isn't really an income. If people buy Shadow and they use my referral code, it will give me a discount for Shadow, which I use Shadow, the remote PC service, to make all my videos. Man, I really want a sponsorship from them. Anyway. Yeah, I've already talked to them about that, and they say they don't do sponsorships, yet Linus Tech Tips has a sponsorship. He's also a big YouTuber. Anyway, what did I want to get into in this? So, one of the things I wanted to cover is the circles video, which has about 20,000 views now. How to make a perfect circle. So if I didn't explain it enough in the past, I made that video bad on purpose. Chances are the people leaving those comments aren't gonna see this until after. But I made that video on purpose. I was like, I wonder what happens if I don't edit a video and then I post it, and then it gets 20k views. So I'm like, I want to remake that video. Well, not necessarily remake it, but make a sequel to it and then make it better. Cause that video was well, it was way too long for the amount of information that it introduced, but it was basically just to introduce the idea, and a lot of people have gotten benefit from that. And yeah, you can do the same thing with Archimedes 2, but you can't bring Archimedes 2 into a building game that has F3X in it, which is a building tool plugin that players can use in the game. And so the spin method is extremely useful in so many cases. So I want to make a video explaining how it's useful, what are the alternatives, because I am aware of those alternatives. I'm not stupid. But I want to make a longer video explaining all of that and explaining the controversy about it. It's kind of funny though, because there's this meme going around that it's like a perfect circle, do it again, show your process. I'm just like, so many people posted that as a comment on the video. I'm just like, this is kind of funny at this point. It's almost like they're taunting me. But that video did something really powerful for me, because it proved to me that I could make a video. I literally made that in under an hour. I made and posted and uploaded that video. Between the time I hit the record button and I hit the publish button, it was within an hour. So like, that is insane. Also, last night, as I'm recording this, last night I just posted my 2021 tips, 5 tips video, which is it's styled after my 2020 New Year's tips video. By the way, those videos are still relevant throughout time, so like, it's okay if you watch them years later. But I was like, I want to make a video like that, so I was planning to style that. I was going to make this video first, but then I was like, you know, I really just want my first video of the year to be something like really polished and really well done. And so I wanted to make a video styled after that other video. So I decided, I was like, it didn't take me long. It took me like 10 minutes to write the script. I was just like, I just spelled out some tips. I wrote the script for it. It was really fast. I recorded it. I put the voice and all the stuff together. And then a couple weeks passed and I still hadn't collected all the video. I had to record a lot of video footage to fill in the gaps. It takes a lot to get good moments of gaming to show like as a sort of montage on top of the sound of the video, because I knew what music I wanted to use and I had all the sound there, but I kind of procrastinated making it. And then the thought occurred to me, I'm like, what if I posted it on 1/21/21? Like 12121. What a crazy number, right? So I was like, yeah, maybe. And I looked at the calendar and it was like the 18th, and I was like, I'm gonna have to crank to be able to do that. And then I wasted a couple more days, and I'm like, shoot, I did not make this video. And then it was the 21st. I was like, shoot, it's today. I have to post it today. I should have had it ready yesterday if I wanted to post it today. I'm like, if New York hits midnight before I post this, then it won't say the 21st on the video date. So I was like, I need to do it before New York hits midnight. At least so that the US, it shows that it was posted on the 21st. But then I looked at the date of when my other one was posted, and it said the 21st in 2020. I was like, bruh, now I have to do it. So I pretty much pulled it into high gear. I hauled butt, cranking through. I was just like, ah! I was like editing like crazy, throwing in random clips. There's a lot of clips I wanted to include that I didn't get to. There was a couple visuals I wanted to do that I didn't get to, but the important parts of the video were there, and I was able to post it. Then I messed something up. I had a layer that was missing. So if you saw the notification twice, it's because I re-uploaded it, because there was an entire layer that was missing, and certain elements of the video were just not there rendered. So I had to show that layer again in Premiere, and then I had to re-export the video and re-upload it. And luckily I got that shortly after like 11 p.m. in New York. So then if you're in the US, it will show that it was uploaded on the 21st. So I'm pretty happy about that. I felt a major victory. So there's that. But anyway, back to my circles video. It will take some time for me to go through the comments and do all the research and collect everything that I need to in order to make that video. I do want to make that video, but it'll be whenever I get around to it. Okay. What else did I want to announce? There's a bunch of stuff that I'm going to make that I'm not announcing just because I don't want to make the commitment, but I'm going to do it. But I've got a new series that I'm going to announce. I'm really excited about that. I've got a new channel. Okay, time to announce this. I've got a new YouTube channel. So here's how this started. When I made my New Year's Tips 2020 video, I recorded like 7 hours of footage that didn't ever get used. And I think I even recorded voice with it, though I could never find that again. And it was basically me going through the games and critiquing the games and like giving like a game dev's perspective on the games and just telling about how I liked them. And there were some games that I liked. And so the games that I showed footage of in that video were games that I recorded like 7 hours of footage. And it was one file. It was insane. But I never uploaded that because I didn't, it would take a long time to edit it down. And then it would be like, it's just so much content. And I don't want to make really long videos on this channel. And I want my content to be really curated, because what I plan to upload is tutorials, you know, and on my channel banner I say posing videos, which is going to lead to my next announcement I'm really excited about. And then like Blender and Roblox Studio videos is what I'm planning. And of course, developer advice. And between all those topics, tutorials, advice, and we've got the 2 programs, and then we've got some posing videos. Like between all that is quite a bit to cover. And I want to keep the channel specific so that people coming back can know what to expect. And I don't want to just have so many types of content. Like being related to games is not very specific. There's so much to do with that. So it's like, you know what? I need another channel that I can put whatever I want, gameplay, game reviews, all kinds of stuff, because I have so many game reviews on my main channel that are unlisted that I've made for people who requested game reviews, and I didn't ever make them public. I actually might make them public on my other channel now, because I was like, why don't I just make another channel? And I did. And so if you go watch the first video on that channel, which I'll link in the description, I actually make the channel as I'm recording, and then I'll show you the first place I ever made, Dramatic Evil Cam's place, which is pretty epic. Dramatic Evil Cam's place. That was my old username. So that channel is called Camsaki Plays with a Z, because I like that. And so that's gonna be a new thing where I just dump like unrefined content, just like totally casual stuff, like anything that I don't want to bother polishing or trimming, because I want to keep things here polished, trimmed, concise, short. And if anything's gonna be really long, I'm gonna make it in a series format, so that could have videos that are 1 hour, 2 hours long. And I'm gonna have no problem with that, and I'm honestly not gonna care how many views that gets, because the goal of that channel isn't the same goal as this channel. The goal of this channel is to influence people and help people. The goal of that channel is just to put stuff out for the heck of it, and if people want to watch it, that's fine with me. You know, so if that interests you, follow the video link in the description, and you could subscribe to that channel, or you can find the link to that channel in my suggested channels section of my YouTube page of this channel. Okay, next, I'm gonna just joke about this. This isn't an announcement, but well, basically, hablo un poco de español. I worked at a restaurant that's with Spanish speakers for like 7 months, and I know a little bit of Spanish. I know how to pronounce it pretty well, and I was just like, there was a time when I met people in the game that were like Portuguese and Spanish, and I could actually talk to them kind of. I had to use Google Translate a lot because I don't have that much vocabulary, but I could kind of understand what they were saying, and I could communicate back and forth with them a lot better than what most people could in the chat, in the text chat. And I was like, you know, I wonder how many developers out there that are speaking Spanish I don't know if I would do Portuguese. I mean, that would probably be a separate channel, but I'm like, what if I started a Spanish channel? And I would call it MrCamsaki. and basically what I would do is, and when I make a video, I would write a Spanish script, and then I would go to my Spanish tutor down the road and have her check it and make sure it's all good, and then I would just record the Spanish version and then lay that in there, and I would have to shift a few things to make it timed right, but basically I could make a Spanish version of every video. Now, that's not an announcement because I'm not planning to do that yet, but it is a thought in my mind. And it's something that I might do in the future. So if you speak Spanish, let me know that would be interesting to you. But that also means you understand English enough to hear me say that. But I want to do that if it's going to be valuable to people. So, Spanish channel, maybe. 2022, who knows? Okay. Now, this is something I'm going to save the new series for last because it's probably the biggest, funnest announcement. But this one I'm also really excited about, and it's, so let me preface this with, people sometimes comment and say, Camsaki, show me what games you made. And I'm like, well, I made a lot of games on my computer that I didn't upload, and I've had 3 hard drive crashes in the past, and I've lost so many files. The first one I lost the most, but if you're like, hey, that's just a cop-out, that's just an excuse. Look, I don't need to prove anything to you. I would have no reason to make an excuse that I don't have games to show you, okay? I really don't care what you think, so I'm not gonna make an excuse to say, oh, I did make games. No, like, because I actually did, and if I didn't make games, I would not say that I made games, okay? But I'm sorry, you can't play them, because I didn't ever upload them, and then I lost them. But I still work on game projects from time to time. Most of them you wouldn't have hear of. I am working with the contributors of Stylus Studios, so I'm on the inside of Fandom Forces. I am planning to make a map sometime, and I will document that process. And that all started when I became a map reviewer for the SCMCP, which is the Stylus Community Map Creation Program, which is now shut down, unfortunately, but I still review maps. So that's something of note that I've done. I was working with a team that was making a notoriety map for that one stealth robbery whatever game that I actually really like. Thanks to Enmerdo for that, which we haven't finished it, so that's not actually something I can show. But besides that, I've worked on a lot of game projects that you would never have heard of. I worked on a case clicker game, and the map got robbed from me. Actually, I have it back now, and actually, I'll show that map because I have it. If I have it, I might as well show it. And I would really like to get my old files back if it were possible. But other than that, there's not really anything of note. I made a game called Junglescape a long time ago, which I might remake. It was basically an obby, but it was themed. It was one of the first themed obbies that wasn't obstacles in the sky. And I was one of the first people thinking that way. And now we have some of those, but I love those. I made destruction games, which I would love to make more of those because there's not any destruction games out now. It's so fun. And now we have destruction, fracture, like simulators and stuff. Like, it's just really cool stuff. I would love to make a destruction game. I love exploration games. I love kind of obstacle courses that are exploration games in themselves with obstacles, and then puzzle games. I think that's something that Roblox can definitely handle, which would be really fun. I never made a puzzle game with actual mechanics, but I would love to do that. All this being said, I am making a game. It's going to be a Mr. Studios title. I've notified Mr. Tur about this. We've actually been planning it for a couple years. Mr. Tur is the owner of MrC Studios, a studio I've been part of since 2017. And so I'm heading a new project, which is going to be really fun. I am bringing in all new developers for this. So if you are listening to this and you want to work with me and you want to make a game, contact me. I might leave a link in the description for a Google form page. a Google form. If that's there and you fill it out and you don't hear from me, go ahead and DM me on Discord. Let me, and if it's not there, of course, DM me on Discord. Go to my server and you'll be able to find me there, and let me know that you heard this announcement and that you're interested. I mostly want scripters, and I want people who can do placement systems and constraints. And there's a lot of kind of complicated mechanics that I don't know how to do, that I really need help with. I want people who are willing to research and learn new stuff. It might take a while for us to make this game. You don't have to be an expert, but you need to be willing to work hard and use your brain. I might need some modelers. There are a lot of things to model for this. I could do it all, but it might be a lot of work. So I might need modelers too. As far as testers, don't come to me if you're a tester, because I'm going to let the audience test this. Okay, once there's a test build out, I am going to announce it, but for now, you don't get to know what the game is about. Just know that it's gonna be really flippin' cool. It's a subject matter that I am very passionate about, and have been since I was a little kid, and I bet a lot of you are also passionate about it, especially if you're passionate about Roblox. It's not Roblox, it's not Minecraft, it's something else, but it's a building game. And more than that, I am not going to say. But there's that. If you want to work with me and make a game, contact me. All right? Sounds good. And also notify anybody else who might be interested. Next announcement. Way back in, I think it was summer 2019, I was doing summer sales. And I basically did that to challenge myself. It was actually hell the whole time. But I learned a lot, and I recovered from it. It was pretty brutal, because of my social anxiety, I couldn't really handle it. The door knocking, people yelling in my face. It was in Texas, and people are not very nice to door knockers in Texas, door-to-door salesmen. I didn't have a really great experience, but I actually had some really cool experiences. Like, I was in San Antonio. I got to go to the Riverwalk. I had this lady that I met on the doors that took me to the Riverwalk. It was amazing. She took me to Rainforest Cafe, which was really nostalgia. It was awesome. There were some really awesome things about it. I met some cool people. One of the awesome things that happened is I was like, you know what? Well, I started my channel earlier this year, and I really want to keep making content for it. But I didn't really know what to do, if I was going to try to make a video. I mean, I had my laptop, but editing a video on that thing is kind of hard. I didn't have Shadow at that point. I actually got Shadow later that year, later in 2019. And Shadow made it so I could make high quality videos, because that's a high powered computer. But I was like, you know, what can I make? And I realized, well, I was considering making a podcast at some point. So I decided I wanted to do that. And the reason I was doing this project while I was getting 6 hours of sleep, and I had 1 hour at home per day, and I was on the doors from 9 a.m. to like 11 p.m. or like something like, well, it was like until like 9:30 or 10, and then we had to be in the office, and so we didn't get home until like 11. So then I would go to bed at like midnight, and then I had to get up at 6 and be at the office by 6:30. Like, it was crazy. I don't know if that was the exact schedule, but it was basically 6 hours of sleep, 1 hour at home, okay? And on the doors, hot sun all day, freaking tired. With all of those challenges and all the psychological trauma from people yelling at you on the doors and just like wanting a sale and never getting it for a long time. Like, I wasn't that good at it, honestly. You'd be surprised. People would tell me all the time, "Oh, you'd be a great salesman." Yeah, no, I wasn't. Not on doors. No. I'm good at selling things that I really believe in, but I don't believe in pest control. So, sorry. I challenged myself to, within all of those crazy circumstances, actually make something. And if I could do that, then I would have successfully proven to myself that I can make anything in any circumstances. And so I wrote, edited the script, I recorded the podcast, and then I edited the audio, and I actually left in a little mistake, a little stutter, which I just noticed listening back at it. But listening back at it just recently, I realized it was really good. I was really proud of what I made. And I want to keep doing more of that. Of course, I like to listen to podcasts. One podcast I listen to a lot is the Jocko podcast. And every podcast is a lot different, because a lot of podcasts are for entertainment, but this is more like, it's going to be entertaining, but it's like more for like education. And that was a very scripted podcast. Now I would like to continue the podcasts, and I'm going to upload them to this channel, because I was talking with an advisor, and he's like, yeah, I mean, people who would be interested in the podcast would also be interested in this channel. So it's like, I'm going to put it all in the same place. Now, that being said, the podcast was called the Young Developers Podcast. However, so let me just introduce, I keep saying some advisor. Now I have a person, okay? I was like, I don't want to record this podcast by myself, so now I have a person to record the podcast with, and I'm really excited, super excited. I'm going to introduce him in the first new episode, but I am super excited about that. I'm just going to call it episode 1, honestly, because the podcast is changing names, because he and I found out that there is already a podcast. Well, it started after my podcast, actually, but I only uploaded my podcast to one platform, which is Anchor, and I need to upload it to iTunes and SoundCloud and whatever else I can upload it to. So we're going to relaunch the podcast and change the name. The Young Developers Podcast is also a podcast about land development. So basically, like building, like planning properties to build commercial structures on, or something like that. Just really totally different topic, not really competition, but I don't want to be competing for the name. So we're renaming the podcast to Young Game Devs Podcast, and we're going to release our first episode soon. Actually, we have to re-record it, but that'll be coming out very soon. I can't promise the frequency. It probably won't be every week, but once we get things rolling, it might be. And so we're going to be releasing that on my channel, and you will get to find out who my co-host is when the first episode comes out. So stay tuned for that. Really excited for that. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for this. Wow, this is such a freaking long video. Thank you so much for watching all of this. You're getting a lot of information. and I just wanted to sit down and just plunk out all of this stuff. It's not scripted, and I'm not going to cut any of this. So, next thing to announce. I have 3 more things to announce, okay? So, this is actually a bunch of things, but it all has to do with RMB, Roblox Master Builders. So I'm going to try to keep this really short. Why did I start Roblox Master Builders? So that was actually originally, my plan was to make that my YouTube channel where I teach people stuff. And then I started MrCamsaki, and I was like, wait, I just jinxed myself, because now I can't make that my YouTube channel. I don't want to make it a separate one where I have tutorials on here and tutorials on there. So then I started to, I wanted to start Roblox Master Builders in 2013. So it's not based on the Lego movie, The Master Builders. I actually came up with that name on my own in 2013. And I was like, I would love to teach people. And I didn't do that until 2019. I didn't start teaching people, but I still wanted to do something with Roblox Master Builders. And I decided, why don't we make it a community? Because I had never thought about starting a community before that. But since in 2017, I had some communities which you've never heard of because they weren't under my MrCamsaki identity, but I actually led some roleplay groups and different stuff, and I had a friend who we did that together. And so I actually had some experience running a group, and not that I'm particularly good at keeping a group active, but I know how to run a community. And I was like, why don't I just start a community called Roblox Master Builders? And I'm like, there's got to be an end goal for it. And realize that to this day, this end goal is not realized. But just a second, sorry, I had to turn off my heater. It was getting too hot in here. There is an end goal for this. And the end goal is to create a place where elite builders and 3D modelers can develop, and then where people can get this certification and the title of Master Builder, and the systems are not in place yet, but that's the eventual plan. And there's so much more to say about that, but I don't have the time in this video to explain all that. But basically, the original plan and still the plan is to make it so people can become Master Builders and be recognized as such, and then eventually want to have physical meetups and really cool stuff like events. But right now it's a support community, and it's for people to come. And I'm just gonna shout out Mr. Tur. He is like our #1 guy for answering questions, and I never asked him to, but he's like there like all the time answering questions, and it's amazing. And I don't get enough building questions or 3D modeling questions, which I can actually answer. I can't answer scripting questions really, but like I want more people who are actually good to come to there and help, like, answer questions and help people out. But it's basically a place where people can come and know that they're gonna get support, and that is the vision, to support young and beginning game developers progress in their career, and it's a similar vision to my channel. So with that, I want to announce a few specific things that we're doing there. I'm going to do this really briefly because I'm going to go into more detail a bit in a video for RMB uploaded on the RMB channel, which once I make it, I'll link it here. Actually, let me just take a quick notepad of the promises I'm making. Link podcast, I guess. Link RMB announcement video. What was the other thing? Come on, remind me. What was the other thing I said I would link? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to listen back to this. But basically, we have a series called Show Off Your Creations, which we've put on hold intentionally for a long time, just because I couldn't handle it all. But we need volunteer video editors, and we're going to be changing the format a bit, and we are planning on making it weekly. So it's a series that you show off your creations, and we get to let ordinary people get exposure on YouTube. So I'm really excited to announce the new changes, and then hopefully we can get some people supporting. I think we already have a bunch of people who want to jump on to the editors team and help edit the episodes, because we'd never put it on one editor to do all that much work. But yeah, because I've got all my videos to edit, and I don't have time to edit those. So also, if you're an editor, I would like editors for my Kamsaki Plays channel, possibly, because I also don't want to edit those videos, but I might want somebody to edit those. So let me know if you're interested in that. I don't know if I can pay you yet. I don't make that much money, but that's a possibility. So also with RMB, we're starting Team Create meetups. Once again, go to the video for more information. And then Master Builder Challenges, which is replacing contests. We had competitions in the past where there was a reward. I'm sorry, I can't financially support that anymore. I can't provide a reward, but we can do challenges, and basically it's a way for you to, like, I got the inspiration from Grant Abbott, who had challenges on his YouTube channel. So that's something we're gonna do. And so that's for RMB. There's a little more announcements there, but that'll be in the new video. And as for this channel, actually I'm going to say this last. So, okay. Now, it is time for the announcement that we've all been waiting for. The announcement of the decades! Okay, I'm hyping it up a little bit, but seriously, I'm really freaking excited for this one. I know I keep saying I'm excited. That's because I chose to only do things that I'm excited about, and there's so many, like, as long as this long list of announcements is, there's like 4 times more stuff that I cut off that I'm not doing because I can't handle it all. But this is stuff that I'm passionate about and I actually want to do. So, new series. Now, did you watch my first video on this channel? It's about, I create a winter bridge scene and then I pose my character on the bridge. Did you watch that video? Okay, did you watch my next one? The Valentine's Day video? I know that was a little bit cringy, but I actually had fun making that. Thank you very much. And I actually enjoyed the video. Thank you very much. So get over your judgment. But actually, I think a lot of people liked that video. And I love it. I'm just gonna say, like, I hated it at first, and then I went back and forth, and now I like that video. So those 2 videos, okay, I'll link that in the description. Let me write down that promise. Link first 2 videos. So what is the commonality between those 2 videos? Well, in the first one I made a full scene, and the second one I already had a scene set up. but in both videos I posed characters. And what does it say on my channel banner? Guys, this is the announcement that I mentioned in my previous videos. What does it say on my channel banner? Posing. What's something I really enjoy to do? Posing. And I'll give credit to MrFAKE, one of my best friends, and he inspired me to learn posing. And I'll link you to his channel because he's a pretty cool guy. I've been trying to get him to do some voice videos, honestly, because I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't. He voice chats all the time, but anyway, he inspired me to do posing because it wasn't something I really did before that, and then I realized I love it and I want to do more of it. I also made a video about posing that was how to capture your character's pose. So posing is something I really enjoy, and it's one of the main themes of the channel. So I've been wanting to do this series. Cameron, just get to the point. Look, I've been wanting to do a series about posing, and it's finally time to do it. I'm really excited to start this. The new series is going to be called Posin', with a IN apostrophe. Posin', and we're gonna cue the music. That one. Peggy Suave, who's also a persona, not the real artist. I forget the artist's name. But something Greta or something like that. But like that song, I dance to it all the time. I love it. It'll be like the theme song for the show. Forget that TikTok like ruined it, because that never happened and TikTok doesn't exist. Anyways, what were we just talking about? I don't know. Oh, Posin', yeah, the new series. That's totally original. A totally original idea. Oh, and it's gonna be lots of fun. All right, so there's gonna be some really cool things that we do with this series. Keyword Easter eggs. You'll really get the idea if you watch my first video. Somewhere in there is hidden. I wouldn't say it's hidden, but it's in there. What we're kind of a fun mechanic we're gonna add to this, and you'll get to play more of my places. Also, I'm adding the Posin' scenes to the Patreon, so that's gonna be awesome. And so that is all the announcements I have for 2021. That doesn't mean that's all I'm gonna be doing, but that's all I just want to announce to you guys and let you know that I'm doing. And I'm gonna do it at my own pace, so don't bug me. Like, I love you guys, but please stop the comments that are like, Cam, when are you gonna come out with your next video? I've been waiting for like a month. I'm like, guys, I have a life. I'm sorry, but I love making these videos and there's no way you can stop me, so just be patient. I'm patient with myself, so you can be patient with me too. And be patient with yourself too. So the videos are gonna come out at my own pace. I'm not announcing timelines for anything. It's just whenever I can do it, basically. But I want to do it pretty quickly, consistently. So, oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to mention that I'm not doing, like the quick tips series, stuff I want to do but I'm not doing yet. But you know, let's actually leave that stuff off the table. There's like 10 other things I didn't mention. Anyways, last thing I just wanted to mention. This isn't really an announcement. This is just a statement, a goal. Let's have a goal, guys. Wow, this video is so long. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for watching all of this. You guys are amazing. I can't believe you stuck with me this long. But let's have a goal. This is our goal. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Can we say before? Can we say? I was gonna say before the end of the year, but we're already at 300. Why don't we make that goal? I don't know. Why don't you guys tell me what you think the goal should be? Maybe 2K? I don't know. Let's just say, let me officially make the goal right now. 1K subscribers by the end of the year, even though that seems a little low. You know, let's just make it 2K. Okay, 2K subscribers by the end of the year, okay? That's the official goal for this year. Let's hit it out of the park. Share my channel and content with anybody who you think could benefit from it. And hit the like button, because that really helps the ratings go up. Then YouTube thinks it's a better video, and it'll recommend it to more people. Watch the video all the way to the end. Click the timestamps, because that actually, I don't know how that works, but it like increases the views somehow. And I know I can ask you guys this because you guys just are so awesome and say such nice things about me, and I know you're really sweet people, and that you'll take me seriously when I ask these things. And it's okay for me to say this. I love to give so much, and I have a problem where I don't receive enough. And it kind of bites me in the foot. So that's why I started Patreon, because like I need to be able to receive. I need a way for me to receive back. And really boosting the channel isn't giving to me directly, it's more giving to the people who will be benefited by my content, because that's the whole reason I'm making it, is to benefit people. So go ahead and do this simple act. It's free to just hit the like button, and then you can share it. Like, I know that's a little bit of a bigger deal, because you don't want to like muddy up your Facebook page or something with Roblox content, but this, by the way, it's not only Roblox, it's game development. But share it when you can, and then like the video every time, because if you use your liked playlist, like oh, I'm gonna save this video, so I'm gonna like it, dude, just add it to a playlist, like watch later, and then you can like every video that you actually like. It's okay to have a really cluttered big long liked playlist, because you have other playlists. And if you are watching, if by some weird thing you watch to the end of this video and you're not subscribed, subscribe already. And if you want to see my other content, go to the MrCamsaki Plays channel. Other than that, I don't have much else to say, except I love you guys, and I'm astounded by like what's happened with my channel in the last 2 years. 2 years on YouTube. Thank you guys for everything. Let's build a better world. MrCamsaki out. Okay, sorry, I forgot one thing. Is this recording? The waveforms are so small because it's so long I can't see if it's recording. Okay. I forgot one thing. It's kind of important. You guys, follow my freaking Twitter. Like, just follow my Twitter already. Like, I tweet over there, nobody sees it. I give updates about my video. You'll hear from me more frequently there. I give random thoughts too. It's just like random weird stuff, but like, follow my Twitter. Gosh. All right, see ya.